Hi guys, this is Darnell HTX with Broadcast Houston. I have the pleasure of speaking to Mr. Greg Carter. Nice to meet you.
Glad to be here. Thank you,
I
Donnell.
know you're pressed for time. We're at the Houston Museum of African American Culture, and he's giving us a little time. He's actually the writer, producer, everything of what's soon to be a hit show called Fifth Ward. I want to open up and ask you what was the inspiration for the show?
Well, when I first moved to Houston, my father's a minister,
Okay.
and when my family first moved to Houston, we lived in Fifth Ward with my aunt near Lockwood,
Okay.
and afterwards we moved out of the neighborhood. But Fifth Ward, once you live there, it's always part of you, part of who
Always
you
on.
are.
I got you.
And so, and I still have a lot of my family still lives there.
Okay.
So I wanted to tell a story that touched bases with the neighborhood, but not just in the standpoint of me telling a story. I wanted to make sure that the story of other people who are from the neighborhood had a chance to be told as well.
Okay, what is that story? If it's high level.
Well, the fact that the struggle that we had 50 years ago, 100 years ago, it continues right now. People think that because we had a black president that it's all good. It's not. And a lot of these things are just done in a more subversive way. Like, for instance, one of the main subject matters that we try to talk about in the show is gentrification.
I was going to ask about
Yeah,
gentrification.
yeah,
So
yeah, absolutely.
that role, I think they've been trying to do that. If you don't know what gentrification is, it's best we it had us in the hood, like, okay, we're here in the hood, and they're trying to push us out so they can basically build these big skyscrapers and make a lot of profit. And I know they're trying to do the same in Third Ward. It's been a lot of pushback. I think they were trying to close down Yates and everything
Yeah.
too. So were they trying to close down Wheatley as well?
Well, not so much close down Wheatley, but what they did was that when they had the stadium initiatives that came through about 20 years ago, what they did was when they built those downtown stadiums is that it made, no, there's two ways that they say it.
Okay.
Okay, they say, okay, this is urban redevelopment. But
Okay.
urban redevelopment basically is gentrification just by a different word. Perfect example. You built those stadiums downtown. You have the Minute Maid Park, and you also have the Toyota Center. But that made the property values go up, and so now if you go to what was Fourth Ward, it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, and so the only thing that exists now is we're putting bricks to symbolize the historic nature of it, but there's no black people living there. People wanted to live near these new structures
Yeah.
that they built. So
Fourth
what do you?
and fifth generation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So wood frame houses disappeared, and now you have high-rise condos and lofts.
Yeah.
Okay, and what services them? Like, I think the only thing black that's kind of in Fourth Ward right now is This Is It Soul Food.
Wow.
Yeah. So we need to think about these things from a point of view of not just individual, but our community. What are we trying to do? So we have to fight for that, because if we don't, there just won't be anything left.
I would love to get into all those solutions, but we're all pressed for time.
Yes.
So with the TV show Fifth Ward, how did you touch on gentrification, and what do you want the viewers to get out of that?
I want the viewers to be able to see that the problems that exist in our often forgotten communities, they can't be sound bited away. Oh, you guys need to get jobs. Or if you're from the liberal point of view, we just gonna give y'all some money and grants and this. No, we need to stop and work in our communities and build it up.
Yeah.
We've had so many opportunities where missed opportunities where we could have changed the course of way things went. But now's the time to put up the red flag and say we got to do something right now immediately. So I hope that the message is, I wanted to tell the story in a very compelling but entertaining way, and throw homage to some of the great films of the '90s that talked about this thing. But these problems still exist, and so I wanted to make sure we got a hold of that and made that happen.
In 2018. Talking about the entertainment, let's go there. Can you talk about some of the cast that you have acting?
Oh yeah, we had wonderful performances turned in by Maya, by also Gary Sturgis, also Carl Anthony Payne. But we had great performances by people who are local that are big stars. Nephew Tommy Smiles.
Okay.
We had Jaylene Mack, Junie Hong. We had Shelton Jolivet. All these people who are from Houston. Michael Jackson, Kendrick Smith, just so many people that I've been wanting to work with for a minute that say, hey, I'm making a show.
Awesome.
I'm going to have y'all in it. Let's make it happen. And that's what we did. So hopefully everybody sees one thing. We got talent here in Houston.
Yes, sir.
And if you don't give us the opportunity, we're going to kick down the door and we'll make the opportunity
that's
for
what
ourselves.
Broadcast Houston is all
Yeah,
about. We have this
yeah.
thing called BH100.
Yeah.
We promote the underground. That's all we do.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I go into one more thing? Hurricane Harvey. How did that play a factor in the actual film?
Well, while we were in production, Hurricane Harvey hit us.
Wow. Really?
And it was devastating. It really hurt. Like, if you think about it, the city of Beaumont has like, what, a $500 million budget, and they still building. We had a small little budget. We're an independent film. So it took us into twists and turns, but you know what? It made us stronger and more resilient into what we were trying to do and the stories that we were trying to make. The story behind making the show is a story.
Yeah.
And so because of that, I feel like there's nothing, that test by fire lets me know that there's nothing that I can't do and that we can't do if we put our mind to it.
That's a great testament. And one more thing, let us know where they can find you and where they can actually watch the show.
Well, the show premieres on March the 2nd,
March the 2nd.
on UMC TV. That's this coming Friday.
Okay.
So, and they basically release a new episode every Friday.
Great, that's great. And
Yeah.
I think I heard you say something about they could stream it for free if they.
Oh yeah. Go to umc.tv,
Okay.
and they have a free 7-day trial.
Okay.
So you can try it out free for 7 days and check out the show Fifth Ward.
Okay.
And
That's the only place they can watch it?
yeah. Also, it's available on Amazon Prime.
Okay, get
Also, Guku and a couple other channels too. But once you go to Amazon or either umc.tv, you can get there too.
You'll be able to find it.
You better
Thanks
find
so
it.
much for this interview.
Thank
and
you.
taking time. It's a lot of, I know you got a lot to do. We're about to actually watch the first show, so maybe if there is time, we'll get some of the fans' reactions and what they thought about it. So signing off, this is Darnell HTX with Broadcast Houston. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
And
Thank you
I
for
look
coming
forward
out.
to a great TV show and much success in the future.
Thank you.